Today on the channel, we've got a long overdue review. This time we're going to be looking at the premium finish Ghost Starscream versus Haunted Waspinator 2-pack on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, figure fans? Way I Got It Figured, back with another Transformers Legacy, or Takara Tomy in this case, review. And this time we're going to be looking at the premium finish Ghost Starscream and Haunted Waspinator 2-pack. I got this 2-pack on Hasbro Pulse way back in like June of last year, and didn't review it, didn't open it, didn't do anything with it. It was supposed to get reviewed. It was supposed to have a stop motion, all kinds of stuff like that. Didn't happen, but I've got to review it. I've got to open it so that I can get to stop motion with it. It is depicting sort of the events that happened in the Beast Wars episode where Starscream, his disembodied spark, sort of traveled to wherever the world of Beast Wars was. I don't even think they had decided yet whether it was, or revealed yet whether it was the past or the future or whatever. But Starscream ended up being there, and a good time was had by all. Personally, I don't plan to use the Starscream for that, but I did want a ghost Starscream. He's got to be a ghost at some point. It's just too good to pass up. So here we go. Obviously, we're going to look at the package. We're going to get them out, look at them in robot mode. Maybe we'll transform them into alt mode. These figures are well-worn, well-seen figures. Now, I've never reviewed the Earthrise mode, so I'll probably change it. I've never reviewed Waspinator because Kingdom was before the channel hit. So I may transform them both. I'll probably do a regular review on both of these, since I've just never done it before. But I have several copies of Starscream or Skywarp Thundercracker. It just feels sort of like a retread. And several copies of Waspinator, Skywasp, the Walmart Wasps that were, all over Ross. I bought a bunch of them for army builders. They're not anything new, is what I'm saying, either of these figures. It's sort of the premium finish, what makes these premium as opposed to what doesn't. And that's kind of what I'd like to see. But I had a very special purpose for getting this, and it was definitely to get the Ghost Starscream. So we're going to go over the package like we always do, get the guys out, look at them, transform them, and get you out of here with some final thoughts. So starting with the package, obviously you've got this sort of retro take on the Japanese packaging when they would do drawings and stuff. You got your Beast Wars symbol, Takara Tomy all over the place. Got your Maximal symbol here, Predacon symbol here, and of course this is a slip cover. On the other side you have Waspinator and Wasp mode, Starscream in jet mode. And we're going to get them out. Well, we're going to get them out of here. And then you get to see there's not too much to it. Another logo. And it's just sort of like some rocks. And freeing them from the package, they have sort of a foul, classic Japanese Beast Wars kind of packaging surrounding it. But it's like I said, it's a fake. It's kind of a fake out. It's just this. It's like a shell of it. But it's in the classic Japanese Beast Wars packaging style. And it is pretty cool. It's Japanese, so I'm definitely gonna hang on to it. And they come in their alt forms. So there you go. So we're going to get these guys out, transform them into robot mode, get some impressions, transform them back into vehicle mode. Be right back. Okay, so we've got Waspinator and Starscream in robot mode, and they look really good, particularly Waspinator. He has a very metallic sheen all over him. All of his paint is sort of in a metallic color. Um, I mean, it looks better than the original Waspinator, of course. And probably anybody who buys this will probably use this as their regular Waspinator. But I think the universe hates Waspinator too much. So the regular Waspinator has to remain Waspinator. And if I ever do a stop motion where Starscream turns into him, then I'll use the shiny version to show that it's Starscream inside Waspinator's body. But they looked good. You know, they look great. I don't feel bad about buying them at all. When we get to the comparison section, you'll kind of see the differences in terms of how they look, and hopefully, when I do stop motions with Waspinator anyway, you'll be able to see the difference. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see. I'll have to see, but that's sort of like my plan for it if I ever get around to it. Um, for sure, you'll see Starscream in a stop motion as a ghost, because I'm gonna do kind of a stop motion, my own little sort of origin of how Starscream's spark becomes indestructible, which is why he becomes a ghost. So, I'm going to do that, my little version of it. But they look good, and we'll look at each of them in turn just so you can see for sure what I mean. So, Starscream, almost totally translucent, except for his arms and the little connectors inside his knees, because by their very nature, he can't really be translucent. But he is an exact copy of the Earthrise figure, or probably more appropriate to say the Studio Series 86 version, because he does have the hands that pose the open and closing hands. But he looks great. His Decepticon symbols are red because I guess he's, not really there. He's immaterial. And the figure holds up pretty well. I have one wing that wants to pop off a lot, but it's not too bad. Yeah, he looks awesome. And then you got Waspinator. Very nice looking figure. As I said, if it wasn't for my purposes, this would just be Waspinator, just be the Waspinator I would put in. You would kind of be putting the other Beast Wars guys to shame. But when they say premium finish, it is better than what you got in the Kingdom version. So looks good. So we're gonna get these guys in the vehicle mode or back in the vehicle mode and look at them like that. All right, so we got Starscream and Waspinator in vehicle mode, or insect mode, as it were, respectively, and they look pretty cool. Again, they are definitely just retreads of the figures that you know and love. Starscream weirdly has those flaps that are not translucent, so he has two parts on him that's not translucent. Here again, it's the tail fins on the jet mode, and of course, we already went over the arms are not translucent. But as a jet, you only can kind of see that, and you really got to be looking for that if you care about that. I don't even think it's worth caring about, but you do have those things. In all other respects, it's the same general toy as the Earthrise Starscream, the Studio Series 86 Starscream. In jet mode, there's nothing different. And then Waspinator is the same thing. He's the exact same figure as the Kingdom one, but he has a much better paint job. He can certainly make the case for being more quote unquote premium, but you know, that's what you get. They don't really have, play features, so to speak. Of course, you can manipulate Waspinator's wings and the antenna, maybe move the legs a little bit, but that's kind of all it is to these guys. Obviously, I didn't get them for uh, to be complicated. I got them for stop motion stuff. And Ghost Starscream is an iconic part of Transformers. A lot of people, of course, are down on season 3, but you know, Ghost Starscream is part of it. So for me, I was gonna want this, and that's why I got it. Enough about that. Let's get them back into robot mode. We'll do some comparisons and get you out of here with some final thoughts. All right, so we're gonna do comparisons now, and just for space reasons, we're gonna do them one at a time. So we'll start with Waspinator. I'm gonna bring in Kingdom Waspinator. Whatever reason wants to be difficult. But as you can see, they're not exactly the same. I mean, they're the exact same figure, but the paint jobs are wildly different. I was concerned with how they would look in the stop motion, but I think it'll work. You'll be able to tell it's a different Waspinator in scenes where Starscream might be um, impersonating them or whatever, inside and possessing them. But they look good together. He just looks better. It's definitely, this is where you see the premium finish. Starscream doesn't really have very much paint, so not really a lot to see what's premium about it. But it is a much better looking Waspinator for sure. All right, now bringing in Starscream. We're gonna bring in the Kingdom, excuse me, the Studio Series 86 Leader Class Starscream, which this figure is a direct copy of, down to the hands and everything. They both have the posable hands, and one is translucent and the other is not. But beyond that, exact same figure. And yeah, as a niche item in my collection, I'm certainly happy to get the Starscream, who is, on one hand is the star of the set in terms of what I wanted it for, even though I think Waspinator steals the show on the actual premium aspect. All right, so we're going to get these guys out of here, these extra guys, and get you some final thoughts. Final thoughts on Transformers Takara Tomy Ghost Starscream versus Haunted Waspinator 2-pack, part of the premium finish line. Hey, I got what I wanted. Are they repaints? Sure. 100%. Or remolds, if you want to call it that, because there's no paint on Starscream. But the scene, I guess they have the dramatic capture series as well. which is supposed to be taking scenes from the show, which these guys are kind of precursors to. Yeah, they look good. They're great. They give you a scene-ish from kind of deal from Beast Wars and from Transformers Generation 1, sort of hitting both notes there. And I like that kind of stuff. They're right off the side of your regular collection, but again, doing stop motions, I wanted to go Starscream for sure. And the Waspinator is a bonus. So there's not going to be a stop motion in this video, but I have committed to getting back to them at some point here before February is out. So you'll see something stop motion from me, whether it's going to be these guys or something else. You will see Starscream 100% in the future in a stop motion. So there's that. So way I got it figured rank, I'm going to give this set a 9 out of 10. You know, they're retreads, of course. Both figures are retreads. But the premium finish on Waspinator is Chef's Kiss. And the translucent version of Starscream is just something that I always wanted. Honestly, I'd almost give it a 10, but I think a 9 is good. So that's what I'm going to say for that one. So stay tuned for more Transformers. We got a couple of 2-packs we got to go through here at least. Well, another 2-pack. We got another 2-pack. Classic comic character. We have another multi-pack with even more than 2 guys in it. So, yeah, we got plenty of Transformers to go over in the next month or so. I'm going to try and get to as many Transformers videos as I can in February. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, happy collecting. Everybody stay safe. See you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.
The way I got it figured.